This is Mac OS Ken.
A level-headed look at wait times for iPhone. There may or may not be new hardware tomorrow. And India bobs and weaves on the computer import thing. It is Monday, the 16th of October, 2023. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac OS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by SimpliSafe. Get 20% off your new system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring at simplisafe.com/macosken. This show is also supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macosken. Keeping a cooler head than others about delivery times for the iPhone 15 line is Evercore analyst Amit Daryanani. Last week, when wait times for the iPhone 15 Pro were at 29 days and wait times for the Pro Max were at 35, analysts from JP Morgan sounded like they were about to lose their blessed minds. This week, waits are shorter, and Evercore's Daryanani seems cool with it. According to the analyst, wait times for both iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max are about 28 days here in the States. Waits for both are shorter in most other countries, somewhere between 18 and 25 days. Waits are shortest in China, coming in between 18 and 21 days for both the Pro and the Pro Max. Everywhere you turn, waits for the iPhone 15 Plus are between 9 and 15 days, according to Evercore, and wait time for the entry-level iPhone 15 stands at about 2 days. Net, says Daryanani's note, the data points continue to point to stable demand for the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max models versus a year ago across most geographies, while the lower-end Plus model is tracking slightly better versus last year. Mr. Daryanani has an outperform rating on Apple shares. Evercore's price target on the shares is $210. Sunday was a busy day for hardware rumors in the Appleverse. Cult of Mac had supercharged, a site founded this year, saying sources had told it that new iPads are hitting tomorrow. Maybe the story got played because historically it is new iPad season. It's also possible the story got played because it was Sunday. Whatever the case, not a lot of stock is being put in this one. I'd say expectation is 50-50. 30-70 maybe. I don't know. Nobody seems to believe it. At the same time, nobody wants to discount it. The Cult of Mac piece I mentioned a Weibo rumor that said a new Apple Pencil is coming soon. A piece from Mac Rumors had the Japanese blog Mako Takara saying that will likely hit tomorrow, but no new iPad to go along with. Ming-Chi Kuo seems to have said nothing, while Bloomberg's Mark Gurman seems to be straddling the fence. He had said in the past that new iPads and new MacBooks would hit this month. However, Cult of Mac had him saying in Sunday's Power On newsletter, a new entry-level iPad, iPad Air, and iPad Mini are all in development with faster chips, but I don't believe updates of any significance are imminent. That doesn't mean no spec bump updates, though. There may be no new iPads tomorrow, but there may be. If you're considering one of Apple's tablets, holding off for 24 hours might not be a bad idea. The capriciousness around computers in India has taken another lurch in favor of computer makers. The story has been both fast and erratic. In early August, a piece from TechCrunch says India restricted import of laptops, servers, and many other consumer electronic devices effective immediately, saying it would impose a licensing permit for imports, in a move analysts said appeared to be aimed at boosting local manufacturing efforts. That was followed by the computer industry going nuts. So nuts that India was like, what, too fast? A couple of days later, another report from TechCrunch said regulators had pushed implementation of the new import rule to the 31st of October. In late September, a piece from Apple MOSK said the plan had been pushed again for at least a year that time. Now a piece from Seeking Alpha says the whole plan has been scrapped to be replaced by a new plan about which we know nothing. Citing a report from Reuters, India said it will no longer consider imposing restrictions on laptop imports, according to Seeking Alpha. The report had Santosh Kumar Sarangi, India's Directorate General of Foreign Trade, indicating that his government is holding consultations with the industry and a new order on laptop imports will be announced by the end of October. Details of that plan were not disclosed. It seems we know when, or at least by when, iOS 17.1 will be out. If you're trying to keep a secret, don't involve France or potentially dangerous levels of radio waves. Let's hit this story for what will hopefully be the last time. 3 years after iPhone 12 came out, France said that device was exceeding European Specific Absorption Rate, or SAR, limits. Those same authorities said Apple could probably fix the issue with a software update. Apple said it would do that, then submitted that update for approval. A couple of weeks ago, France approved Apple's software fix. Then last week, a piece from Mac Rumors said that fix would arrive in a special made-for-France version of iOS 17.1. That should be out in 8 days or less. Mac Rumors ran a piece on Friday that had French regulators saying that Apple has committed to deploy an update in France. This fix will be available to all users no later than the 24th of October. So the fix will be specific for French phones. One assumes Apple will want iOS 17.1 to be available to everyone at the same time. Hence the assumption that iOS 17.1 will be out on the 24th of October, if not sooner. 2 more countries have better Apple Maps in which to put pins. Another piece from Mac Rumors says Apple's updated Maps experience has made its way to Denmark and Greece. The update includes greater detail, improved navigation, custom-designed 3D models of popular landmarks, immersive turn-by-turn walking directions powered by augmented reality, look around in at least some locations, and more. This is the 20th time Apple has expanded its new map data since its public launch in September of 2018, according to the report. More news in a moment, but first a word from today's sponsor, Simply Safe, the right way to protect your home. Fall is well underway. The kids are back in school. The grown-ups have grown-up stuff to do. If your home is like mine, there are more days and evenings these days and evenings when nobody's home. Who's keeping an eye on your humble? Simply Safe Home Security can do that with their 24/7 live guard protection. It's designed to help stop crime in real time. If a bad guy breaks into your home, Simply Safe professional monitoring agents can actually see, speak to, and deter them through Simply Safe's new Smart Alarm wireless indoor camera. Feel weird about having a camera inside? No need. The Smart Alarm wireless indoor camera has a physical privacy shutter, offering you protection when you need it and privacy when you want it. My favorite part of the Simply Safe system is how easy it is to set up. I had my sensors, keypad, and base station up and running in well under an hour. If you want a hand, though, Simply Safe has experts who can set it up for you. Either way, it is easy to protect your home. So get started. For a limited time, get 20% off your new system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring. Visit simplysafe.com/macOSKen. That's simplysafe.com/macOSKen. SIMPLI. simplysafe.com/macOSKen. There's no safe like Simply Safe. Turn out the lights. The Afterparty is over at Apple TV+. Apple Insider highlights a Deadline report that says the Cupertino streamer stuck a fork in the show after Season 2. If you didn't catch it, each season of the show centered on a murder, the stories of which were told from the viewpoints of different characters, and shot in different genres. Though the first season was considered a success due to its novel nature, Apple Insider says the second had a much quieter reception for the summer. The report says no official reason for the cancellation has been offered by either the production or Apple itself. According to sources of Deadline, a post-strike reevaluation of content played a role in the cancellation. While the show may be over for Apple, parties and after-parties have been known to move. Sony Pictures Television is said to be planning to bring the show to other platforms, according to the report. As Apple TV Plus bids farewell to comedic cops and killers, the way is cleared for kaiju. Apple TV Plus issued a press release Friday trumpeting a new trailer for Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. The trailer actually premiered Friday at New York Comic-Con. I'm pretty sure you know what this one is, kind of a Godzilla Monsterverse origin story. According to the release, the show tracks two siblings following in their father's footsteps to uncover their family's connection to the secretive organization known as Monarch. Clues lead them into the world of monsters, and ultimately down the rabbit hole to the army officer Lee Shaw, taking place in the 1950s and a half-century later, where Monarch is threatened by what Shaw knows. The dramatic saga, spanning 3 generations, reveals buried secrets and the ways that epic, earth-shattering events can reverberate through our lives. Also Godzilla. Kurt Russell and his son Wyatt Russell play Army Officer Shaw across the half-century. The first 2 episodes of the series hit Apple TV Plus on Friday, the 17th of November. New episodes will hit 1 a week on following Fridays through the 12th of January. Between now and then, you can watch the trailer repeatedly on YouTube. And finally today, more Apple craziness for sale. You know all the unopened 4GB and 8GB original iPhones that have been hitting the auction circuit this year? iLounge has news of another hitting the block that may be the most unopened iPhone of all. According to the report, LCG Auctions is auctioning off an 8GB original iPhone still in the box came in. Quoting the listing, incredibly rare, uncirculated example of a first-release Apple iPhone that arrived to LCG Auctions sealed in the original FedEx shipping box. There are 2 ship dates on the label, the 29th of June 2007, which was the launch date, and the 11th of July 2007, both date to within 2 weeks of the original iPhone release. The shipping box has never been opened, and the phone remains preserved inside. Or does it? The auction house says it will carefully open the box to confirm its contents before letting it walk out the door. Kind of feels like that would kill the value, but they're the experts. Other interesting bits of memorabilia up for bids include a first-generation iPod, 3 2008 iPhones, one with its original shipping box, and a neat award for an Apple employee. 9to5Mac did a deeper piece on this very rare 20-year Apple Employee Award. The site actually wrote about the 10, 20, 30, and 40-year Apple Employee Awards earlier this year. 10 and 20-year awards are made from aluminum, while 30s and 40s are made from stainless steel. Of all of them, Apple says the awards start as remnants from the production process, using the same metals and the same iconic colors as Apple products. Those pieces are collected and reformulated to create custom alloys. The alloys are cast into long ingots and then sliced into blocks and machined into the finished size. No word on who the employee is giving up the award, only that she got the award in 2020. As the auction house points out, the 2000 to 2020 time period of this award is unique in that it covers the iPod, iPhone, iPad, and Apple Watch releases, as well as the untimely passing of Apple icon Steve Jobs. Bidding on the award stands at $2,500 as of this recording. It's expected to sell for $5,000 or more. All of those auctions close on the 29th of October at 5 p.m. Eastern. More info is available at lcgauctions.com. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by SimpliSafe. Get 20% off your new system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/macOSKen. This show is also supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macOSKen. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media. Online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. Info at macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.